Now, let's move on to politics. I know we've touched a lot about it, but let's go deep into this. Now, surprisingly, in your videos, you were a proponent of Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim. You were a proponent of him. You even voiced out your disapproval of Tun Mahathir of not surrendering the prime ministership after 2 years. Now, recently, after the Merdeka Center survey, the statistics say that his approval rating has dropped from 68% to 50%. 48% feel that they are unhappy with how his administration is running and performing. 60% of people think that the country is heading in a wrong direction. How would you rate our PMX's performance?
Karma is a boomerang. I'm sorry to say this. I mean, this is the fact. When you don't deliver your promises, God is watching. So you pay for what you did. So karma is a boomerang. And talking about why I supported Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim, I like him as a person. He's a very smart individual. I've met him in person. The way he treats others, the way he speaks with a lot of respect. I salute that man for that. I have nothing against him. He was once upon a time the best finance minister in Asia.
Yeah, especially during the 98 crisis. He was there. He was there.
I think the gap, so many years of gap has lost him. He's not performing as a P.
What is he performing as?
For his people, for his politicians. I'm so sorry to say this, but Malaysia has never changed when it comes to racism and religions.
Okay.
All right? So I supported him for only one reason, because of his changes that he wanted to do. He wanted to treat everybody great. But what has been happening for the past 1 year? Just for show, Indian fellas will go and get medals, or 1-2 things, the publicity will be massive on social media. And people will say, wow, great, What about the rest? You see, I'm not here against him.
I understand.
Neither I want to get into trouble, because I have, my youngest daughter is 7 months.
Congrats on that.
Right?
Yeah.
So I have 4 daughters. I'm only asking him only one thing. You see, if his intention really, if he wants to make Malaysia greater, why can't you hire right people? Right people for the job? You see, will a rich man know what's the feeling of a poor person?
No, of course not. He can't relate.
He can't relate,
How
right?
can he
Because
relate?
he's
never
lived
gone
all
through
his
that life.
So how can you have a rich leader to handle Mitra? What will he know about the poor people? So a person who has lived that life will understand how these people are going through.
I think that's also to echo that. You also mentioned the same thing. I think in a previous interview you talked about, you quoted New Zealand, Canada, how they hired people based on their skills to manage certain ministries.
Right.
Yeah.
So, brother, if you want to drive, you need to go and take a test for a driving license, right?
Yeah.
If our brothers over here are handling with the sound system or the panel and everything, they have to go for a course for it. Everything has a test. Why, being a politician, you don't have a test?
That is true.
You need to have a test, entry test. Give everybody an entry test. Are they fit to be even a politician first? But they don't do that. They act, there's no point of wearing coat and suit, being in style. You have 2 bodyguards come in a nice car, smell good, but what's the point? You don't even talk properly. You're fighting in a parliament. And you don't talk about what is important. You see, like Coldplay game. Oh, you have to stop Coldplay. Now Hrithik Roshan is coming. Oh, stop Hrithik Roshan show. What nonsense is this?
In fact, I was shocked that it was even brought up in Parliament. How can a Coldplay concert be brought up in Parliament?
Exactly. See, when they don't understand this. I used to be a concert organizer. All right. So when we bring in international artists into Malaysia, there will be a lot of other foreigners coming into Malaysia to watch the show, because our ticket price is in ringgit, cheaper. Hotel, food, transportation, local business, all of them make money.
Yep.
Already here people are suffering, all right, because the economy is really downfalling. So when you have international concerts like this, let them earn. Why are you stopping them from doing this?
Exactly.
As I said, I give my heart. We all, show our sympathy for what is happening to Palestine. We will help as much as we can. But don't forget to take care of Malaysia first.
I understand.
Malaysia comes first. We come first. Malaysians come first, regardless of race and religion. We all come first. It's not about doing rally. When you do a rally, what will happen?
It will incite sentiment.
Affect traffic. People are not going to go to that area. Tourists who wants to come into Malaysia will be thinking, oh, there's a rally, they will be afraid. I'm not going to bring my family over there. There's so much of problems when a rally happens. Why are they not thinking about all this?
Yep.
There's a lot of other things they can talk in Parliament. Say, as an Indian, I will be speaking right now about Mitra. Why they cannot do an official website? They've given 100 million, right? Why you cannot show all the accounts in the website? What you have done, how much you have spent, who you have given to. For other things, all they can do video. Ask them to do video from the person who has collected the Mitra fund. Oh, I've collected this much. This is what this is my problem, and this is what I've collected. Ask them to share it. Ask them to have an open forum where the public says, okay, what we can do with Mitra funds. Ask others to give opinions. You can't be jack of all trades, You need to understand that we need to listen to other people's opinion as well. Maybe someone will have a better opinion. Listen to that. Oh, okay. I think this will be a good thing to go and help. Go and help. So all these things are not being done. So there's so many, racism is so high. Why they are not talking about in Parliament?
Yes, that is a key issue. Key issue.
A lot of things are happening. Our currency is failing.
So to just sum that up, on a scale of 10, what number would you give him?
No. I mean, compared to Mahathir, compared to compared to Muhyiddin, compared to Ismail Sabri was okay. I'll give him a 4.
My God.
Yeah, that's all I can give. So sorry. You see, you all must understand something. Okay, whatever that happened to Bosco Najib, okay, there was some corruption and all these things. I'm not here to judge him or anything. But as a leader, he treated all Malaysians equally. People may see in your video when you post this, there will be a lot of bad comments. But I'm saying this. If Bosco comes back without his wife's interference, and he comes as a reform leader, I think he can make Malaysia great.
I do have to sort of agree with that, because the people I've met who have met him picture him as a very intelligent man. Yeah. And people who have worked with him say that he's, during his tenure as PM, minus the 1MDB scandal, which was huge, it was huge, that he actually implemented a lot of good things during his time.
Yeah.
And I agree. Like, although of course him coming back with the 1MDB thing is too big a monkey for him to basically get off his shoulder. I think that would be too big of a, because that was a global crisis. A global issue, yeah.
But brother, tell me who is perfect?
That's true.
Which politician has been perfect?
Yeah,
everybody has a story behind that.
So I want to build on that point, what you just said, right? Now, again, PMX has come under a lot of criticism over the past. In fact, even from the time the entire unity government was formed, that basically people accusing him or pointing out the fact that he has gone against his reformation promise, reformasi promise, right? He was always championing law and order, justice and all that. But then he partners with BN and then makes Dato Sri Zahid Hamidi his deputy prime minister, sorry. Now, but when I hear this criticism, isn't that just the nature of the beast? In the sense that, isn't that just the political game? And plus, we are living in a post-electoral system now, not like before when coalitions were made and they could win a majority before the elections, right? Now, if he doesn't play the game, he could lose his prime ministership overnight, right? By shifting alliances.
Yeah.
So I sometimes feel that maybe perhaps Malaysians are being a bit too naive about this. Sure. Should we lower our expectations in the face of this new post-electoral system and accept that in such a system, the first victim is always the promises, because the greater good is to retain power?
I wouldn't say it's a solution, but I hope that Malaysians can listen to this. Malaysians,
yes,
regardless of race and religion beliefs, demand for your rights. Ask them to give you a black and white. Ask them to give you a black and white. Every election, there's no point of you putting a stage, talking over there, I will do this, I will do that, I'll change this road, I will change this, I will change this education system, there, blah, blah. No. If you are coming from a political party, you give us a written letter with a stamp saying that this is what you're going to deliver. Then I will vote for you. If you cannot give that, sorry. I'd rather sit down at home and watch some movie.
So you will not vote until such things happen?
Yes. I voted for the previous election. And unless a politician in my district says that this is what he is going to deliver and this is the promises and it's given in black and white letter, I will vote. So I demand, because it's my tax money, our tax money, our SST money that this country runs. Even it's paid to the civil servants, to the politicians as well. So why I cannot ask them for a written black and white letter? Brother, when you want to buy a house, you just buy a house by just paying and coming back.
No, you go and check, you go and see everything is right and all that, everything.
You send your child to a child school or a primary school, you just send the child just like that and come.
No way.
You buy a car, you just pay money and just take and go.
No,
Is it?
no.
Right? Everything has to have black and white, right? So why can't we have a black and white for politicians who want to serve us? Ask them to serve us. Letter, black and white. Then we vote you. Enough of the empty promises. 60 over years. 60 or 65 over years, if I'm not mistaken. Continuously empty words, empty words, empty words. They will make a big chart with colorful, saying that this is what the changes we're going to do. This is what's going to happen. Wow, we will be like, wow, fantastic. And this is what we need, for Malaysia.
Yeah.
After 3 months, 4 months, you'll be like, okay, that was all for exactly like what you said, for the Marvel, you'll see the Avengers. They'll be coming. You see, brother, demand for your rights. Yeah. You see, every 5 years, you people have the power to decide and do what you want. All right? If we all have unity, if we all said, you see, enough of listening to these people because just they want a position, there will be a lot of people doing videos saying that, vote for this person because this person will do. Don't vote for them. Or don't listen to that person or this person. A lot of, fools will be doing this. I do not want to speak another language, so I'm trying to control myself. All this election time, they will come and do all this nonsense,
Yes. The shocking thing, especially this election, I was very shocked with PA's rhetoric, where they were saying, don't vote for PN, otherwise you don't know what will happen to you, and what nonsense are they talking? That was rubbish.
You see, a lot of nonsense things people will talk because why not? They want to do this ice baby thing.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you what that means. You used it somewhere.
Yeah, ice baby means say that video becomes a viral. Yeah. So the PM watches, they are thinking that the PM will call him, hey, come. I'll give you a position. You sit down here. So this is what a lot of people are thinking they will do. They are doing things because they think that they will get something out of it. That is absurd for me. You do things like this. I don't know how God is actually even keeping you alive. No, because why? The people are suffering because of them. Many people are suffering because of them. And today, you see all those who voiced gone missing. All of them have gone missing already. So today I voice, and I'm telling people only one thing. Let it be the opposition, let it be AMNO or PN or PKR or even PAS or anybody who comes in also. Right? Everyone is going to do the same. Demand for your rights. This is what I will tell to the minorities. Demand for your rights. You see, if I want to have for my Indian committee, I'm an Indian, so I have to voice also for my Indian committee. So let's say you give me 300 million a year. You give enough matriculation seats for the children. All right? Mitra funds should not be handled by a politician. Why? He already got a job to handle his district.
Yeah.
Ask him to show results in his district first. Don't give them multitasking jobs. Let an NGO or an individual whom you all trust, who has a good background, ask them to handle it. And no more racism. And enough of all these temples, collecting enough money. I'm an Indian. We have a lot of temples over here.
A lot.
At this point in time, I have to tell this. What are they doing with the money? building even more bigger temple, is it? God came and asked that. Enough of what we have. Whatever the donation money that we have, give it to the poor. Give it to education. Help the children. Why they cannot do that? See, if someone comes in power for the Indian committee, this is what they should do. This is what rules they should make. You see, if I have a dream. I have a dream of building my own Shivan temple, in this life. I will have 3 boxes, brother. One is for donation. One is for education. One is for poor. And nothing must be touched by the temple. It should be given to a committee to distribute it to the people who are in need. Now, temple has become a business already. Yeah, and nobody is actually talking about it. Why they cannot talk about this in Parliament? You see, we are talking things over here. I think they would have talked even half about this in the Parliament. They won't.
I think lesser.
Yeah.
I've not heard.
So you see, these are the things that I would say, demand for your rights. Choose your right leaders.
Okay.
Right? Enough of complaining about all the other leaders. Stop complaining. Give opportunity to others. Like how we all give opportunity to our PM, Dato Sri Ibrahim. Give opportunity to one more time to Dato Sri Najib. Maybe there will be a change. So I look forward that Dato Sri Najib comes out and stands for